can't tell you how freeing this has been. So if I go back to, when did I do these? So May and June last year, and then I did this one June. This is why it's really quite cool to like date your sketchbooks, so you can see, get an idea of like a timeline and stuff. This is just like a bit of a like an art journal scrapbooky spread that I put together. I might paint over the top of it, not sure yet. I like how solid the Mod Podge makes it though. And then I started these just earlier this week. It's been like a week-long project so far, and I've just really enjoyed it. Just trying to do a little doodle of some kind each day. This is one of my favourite spreads. I absolutely love it. I'm just trying to practice, I suppose, my drawings a bit more. Just done this one this afternoon whilst Little Bear is asleep. Just feels really nice. Right, bought from the kitchen section in IKEA a rail because I'm sick of my tissue paper. I want to hang it up out of the way, so I'm hoping this will do the trick. I went to IKEA yesterday to get my son a little table and chairs set, and while I was there I thought, enough of this, let's get a rail. And sometimes you've just got to look in a different section. Like stuff like this isn't in the home office section, so I thought, think outside the box, Ellis. Where do you get rails? The kitchen section. Hello, so this week my son has had bronchitis. It's been a rough week and really quite worrying as well. I had to take him to the urgent care centre at the weekend to get him checked over because he just sounded so bad, and at that point we weren't sure what was wrong with him, but we got told it was bronchitis, so you know there's not anything they can do for him except go home and rest, lots of fluids. So my working week has been massively like thrown off track again, so I've just been trying to catch up, get my patron mail done. My patron mail is what I have been focusing on. Look at these cute little prints that I've made for my patrons. I've been working on this mouse piece like for most of the month. And then I have these two little stickers, so they will also be going in the boxes, but I have a different tier where patrons can just get the stickers as well. So I have this little mousey from that piece, and this little shroomy shroom with a snail friend on top. So I have sold Little Bear's baby gym on Vinted. I'm really quite emotional about this one. There's a few things that I struggle to let go of. It's one of them things where it needs to go onto another home to make another baby happy, like it did with Little Bear, and it's time for it to go. But I'm not gonna lie, it makes me a little bit emotional because it's just got memories attached to it. It's really special, but yeah, time to go. I have leftover Christmas chocolate. These are really good. I started a new sketch last night, and this one is going to be inspired by my son. I have been working on like a personal project called Little Bear and Me, and I hope to release a zine at some point. It's all sort of ongoing in the background, but this one I wanted to have like a little tree stump in the middle and then have Little Bear in the middle with a big mixing bowl, mixing I don't know what. I'll let you decide, maybe the cake or something, but mixing is his favourite thing to do, and all I see when he's mixing in my head now is just this little scene. So I've been trying to like really be like nice and free with it, and just, you know, just be a bit Bob Ross about it, just be like, oh, I had a happy little cloud here and a little bush here. Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice and loose. Something a little bit like that. So what I've been trying to do is create these kind of napkin sketches for anyone else wanting to learn environmental design and scenery design. I've been watching Ross Draws and really love his term napkin sketches, so it just really helps to like just be really loose with it and just get your idea down onto paper or iPad, whatever it is that you're doing, and really just go for it. Just be really free, loose, just dump things anywhere. I think that's been something that I have been a bit rigid on over the last few years, and I just wanted to loosen up a bit. Yeah, something like that. And then once the napkin sketch is down, so if we bring these layers back forward again, just rub those bits of tree out there so that we can see our bear friend. There we go. You kind of get the idea of it's like set a scene, and then once these kind of messy bits are all down, I'll go back over with a brand new layer and kind of fine tune it, get all of the details in there, and then make sure I'm happy with everything before it goes to the sketch and the colouring stage and getting all of the base colours down. So for the last segment of this studio vlog, I thought I would grab my teeny tiny little sketchbook and also dig out my Copic markers, which I've had for years. I'm thinking 8 or 9 years that I've had these. They were the first kind of luxury, in my opinion, markers that I invested in back in the day. When I first started to dabble into my illustration, I got these when I was working on my business part-time alongside my old job, and I just thought I'd dig them out and see how it went with them really. I didn't expect very much. I thought most of them would be dried out, but I did grab some of my favourite pastel tones that were also more on the earthy side. As you can see from that collection of Copics, they are quite vibrant. My work's changed a lot since I first bought those Copic markers. You can get refills for them though, can't you? So I'm thinking of perhaps taking my favourite colours and buying some refills and just seeing if the nibs are still in a good condition. If I remember rightly, I think you can still buy replacement nibs as well, so that you're not having to replace the whole pen. But I did always really enjoy using these, and I just thought I'd get them back out again because I've been trying to fill my sketchbook. I know I got this sketchbook last year and I said to all of you I want to fill it by the end of the year, and it just didn't happen. I came back from maternity leave and it was very much like being thrown in at the deep end again. It was like a scramble to kind of pick up my business from where I left off, and it was hard. It's been kind of difficult ever since. Things are really different now for me. My work time is significantly reduced, which is why I'm having to think long and hard about the future of my business and sustainability and where I'd like to, see myself in 5 years. I think sometimes when we work for ourselves, it can sometimes seem like we don't have to have those conversations with ourselves about, where do you want to see yourself in 5-10 years? But every so often I do like to check in with myself and just see how I'm feeling about everything and remind myself that I'm in control, and if I do want to make a change, then that's okay. So this sketchbook, I named it at the it was like spring last year when I got it, and I named it Finding Flow, which I think is still an appropriate name because I am trying to find the flow and just improve my work in general. So I wanted to draw a little bear, so at the minute I'm just googling pictures of bears all the time. They seem to have been, along with foxes, one of those animals that I really want to try and master. Because the project Little Bear and Me is in the works at the moment, and I'm hoping to put together a zine of some sort or a comic book, I just wanted to kind of really hone in on developing a style for a bear. Also, foxes are very prominent in my work, so you're probably going to see lots and lots of foxes. But yeah, that is why I'm drawing bears over and over at the minute, because I just really want to get a feel for their movement and their shapes and their characters, and once I've got that nailed down, I'd like to work on facial expressions. And yeah, that is how I'm tackling the building of my portfolio for this year. I would like to get this sketchbook finished by the end of this year, but to be honest, I think it will be finished in a couple of months. I have really been picking up my art practice and trying to draw, not every day, because, you know, anyone that does that, I tip my hat to you. You are incredible. But at the minute, I find it really difficult to find the time. So these little quick 5-minute sketches, quick doodle, throw something down on the paper. Don't take it too seriously. Don't have high hopes. Just do whatever your hands and your mind are feeling. That's kind of how this bear came to be. And yeah, just play about with colour. I always admire artists who use different colours in their work that are not like the assigned colours for animals. So obviously in this case, usually bears are illustrated as brown or black or cream, and very neutral earthy colours, whereas I just grabbed a blue Copic marker today and I just thought, let's go with blue, and then added a bit of mint in there and added a bit of green. I think the Copic that I picked up to begin with was like a purpley grey, which was what I was initially feeling with it, but as you probably saw, that's the driest out of the bunch that I picked out, which was typical. I think I managed to save the day with it. It's just a very rough scribble, but I really liked the outcome of it, and I hope you did too. I hope you're enjoying the new journey, and thank you for sticking around, thank you for being here, and yeah, I'll leave you to it. I'll be back for a new vlog really soon. Take care, everyone.